Hello there, and welcome to Heal Your Heart, Heal Your Body with Marina Crispy. Today is episode 25, day 18 of 50 podcasts in 60 days. How many of you have been waiting for your answer for God? How many of you have been waiting for that negative test result to come back, or you're waiting to hear from God how your life is going to change because you feel like you've been walking through hell for the past 5-10 years and you're waiting for that change. You're waiting for your prayers to be answered. You're waiting for that husband or wife to appear. You're waiting for that announcement that you're going to have a baby. And you wait and wait and wait, and you feel like it's never going to happen. It's not going to ever happen. How many of you have been there? I've been there. I've been there many a times. I'm walking out of a situation right now. Am I completely out? No, but I know in my heart that I'm coming out. It's that time, and my breakthrough is here, and I'm believing in it, so I'm standing in it, and I'm saying it's already been done. Right? Before, in my past, I'd be like, he never hears me, or how come it's not working for me, but it's working for everyone else? So Isaiah 41:31. Isaiah 40:31 has come to have special meaning, okay? But they wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. We hate waiting as humans. Hate it. We hate waiting online. We hate waiting at red lights. We hate waiting for an answer. We hate waiting on a phone call. We just hate waiting. We want everything done yesterday. We want the money in the bank yesterday. We want the doctor's report to come yesterday when we just had the test today. I mean, we just want everything now. And in reality, we are in pretty much a now world, right? It's now all we have to do is say, hey, Siri, can you do X, Y, and Z for me? And she does it. Or Alexis, can you order me whatever I want? And the guy delivers it to your front door. The groceries come, right? We really don't have to wait for much. So now we're even more impatient with waiting. Waiting on God, hearing our prayers and answering them, right? So I thought about it the other day, how the light just turned green from us being at a red light, and just seconds turned green. I didn't even have a chance to take my foot off the brake and put it on my gas, and the guy 2 cars behind me is laying on his horn. Typically, the old me would have turned around and said something inappropriate to him or given him a gesture. Most of you probably know what that gesture would be. And I didn't. I was just like, wow. We can't even wait that split second for the red light to turn green and the person to go forward. 1 split second and we're already on the horn. We have no patience for waiting. Honestly, we don't even know what waiting means. My dog barks at me and I open the door. He doesn't even have to wait anymore. Now when I'm busy and he has to wait, it's a continual barking. And we all come accustomed to that. So when God is giving us or changing us or moving us, the wait seems forever. So what happens is we get so tired of waiting, we give up. We just give up. And when we do that, we're usually frustrated, impatient, angry. Our whole day is ruined, right? It's just we become these monsters. So when he was describing this in Hebrews, when Isaiah was describing this in Hebrews, it means hope for and anticipate. Meaning that when it comes, it's going to be so much better than we even imagined. It's going to be excellent. So when I now go out in my car, I say prayer. It's going to be a great day. I'm not going to have any problems. People are going to not have any issue with me. Everything is going to be fine. Or I'm going to go to the market and I'm not going to have any trouble. I'm going to walk up to the line and the cashier's going to take me right away and I'm going to go right through. And I hold that in me. And guess what? Most times it comes to pass. I'll walk up and I'll say to the cashier, were you just waiting for me? And he starts or she starts to laugh. Yep, I was. And I'm like, I know you were. Because these are the intentions and what I've put out. And I say when I go out, God, angels, today when I go to the market, I'm going to walk right up and that cashier is going to take me first. Or instead of me sitting here frustrated that I have to wait behind 10 people online because they only have 2 cashiers on open, right? So instead, I'm thinking of things that will already happen for me when I get there, and it happens. Or I act when I'm working online with somebody, I talk to them and I serve that way. Like I listen to what they're saying. Excuse me. And I wait upon the next cashier. Or I wait upon the Lord by serving others, by coming on here and doing podcasts when I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. But I know He told me that I do this, I will reach many, and then I will move forward in the ministry that He's called me to do. Some days I don't feel like doing it. I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing because only 2 people listened today. But then I hear in my heart, those 2 people needed to hear what I had to say. Not what you had to say, Marina, what I had to say. So where in your life have you been impatient? And now you've completely thrown in the towel. Instead of something that was going to take 2 months to come through, has taken 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Because you stay in belief and then you get frustrated and angry and you're like, that's it, He's not hearing me. And you throw it away and you get filled with doubt. And then what happens? You're going to wait another 2 years. What can you change today that will make the coming of this event or the change in your situation happen a lot quicker? If you're waiting on that baby to be conceived in your womb, already believe it, envision it, and see it, and thanking God for that child. Already, thank you. That baby's already in me. That baby's already here. And you just continue to live in that. Nobody has to know you're living in that. It's not like you have to get on the loudspeaker and shout it out to the world. It's just that internal dialogue that you have with God, saying, thank you, God. Thank you for allowing me to conceive. My womb is open and now my child is there. And you stay in there and you believe in it, a healthy child. Or you're looking for a new home. Envision your new home. See that new home. Close your eyes and walk through that new home. How you would decorate that new home. And it's all done. And while you're doing it, you're praising God and thanking Him for that. Your finances. Wake up in the morning and say, today is the day for my breakthrough. Today, money is coming from all areas, whether expected or unexpected places. It's coming. People are going to be here in my path that are going to help me in those areas and praise God through it. So when we start to make those little changes like I do at the grocery store, make those little changes, and all of a sudden the cashier has nobody there, but they're just waiting for you. It's like, hallelujah. I'm like, I get so excited. I come up into that cashier. I'm like, yes, you are waiting for me. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for just being open for me today. They start laughing and think I'm crazy, and we get into conversation. So put yourself in those positions. Start shifting your attitude from just waiting on the Lord to it's already here. My gifts are already been given to me. It's already here. Walk through that brand new house. Smell the interior of that new car. Instead of saying, oh, my credit's not good enough, I can't get that new car. Smell the new car. The color of the new car. Driving off the lot new car. Or the baby is here. The baby has arrived. The baby is now growing in my tummy. Even though you don't see him or her yet, but you know your Father is going to bless you with that beautiful baby. Instead of, oh, another month went by and I got my period and no baby. And I know it's a struggle when that's all that you want is to be a mom or a dad. It gets frustrating because that's what you want. But turn it now that it's already been delivered, that baby is already there. Walk through your house and watch your attitude adjust. Watch the way you approach things. That doctor's report, by his stripes, he said I was healed. So that report's going to come back with negative, that I'm going to be healthy and I'm fine and I don't have XYZ disease. Walk through that. I'm struggling with that right now, but not with me, but with a family member who can't wait for the negative report and not hoping for, who can't wait for the positive report to come in, already dwelling on already having a disease that they may not have, instead of celebrating the negative report. Does that make sense? And it's frustrating for me, and I have to find a place in me where I'm like, okay, this is how they're dealing with it. This is not how I'm dealing with it, right? And stop my frustration with them because of their looking at things about, the positive report came in when it could all be negative, right? So we all have stuff that we've, over the years or right now, are walking through it and dealing with things right now, but we're not patient and we're not believing and we're not standing firm in hearing and receiving what the Lord has promised us. So in Isaiah 40:31, when it says, the text says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with the wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So don't dread the waiting, but wait on the good thing that's going to come. Wait on the better thing that you're asking for. Believe in it and stand in it. Because he's not going to give you a promise and not come through. But he's not going to just give you a mediocre answer. He is going to give you a by far greater answer than you could have ever imagined, right? So when you're struggling on the wait, consider how you would feel when someone you are waiting for is late. Are you frustrated? Are you like, what the heck is taking them so long? By the time the person arrives, you may be so upset that you had to wait, that you didn't appreciate the time and the time and your anticipation of being with them, right? But renew our strength. renew our strength in the Lord to get us through to be excited the next day. Ask him, God, give me the strength to wait patiently, because I know what you're going to give me is by far greater than I could ever imagine. Right? So anticipate the greatness of it and stand in the strength of God to get you through, and not in an ugly mood or not in a frustrated mindset, and not in anger or depletion or sadness, but in happiness and in joyful spirit. I know, God, that you're already working on it. I know, God, that you're going to give me by far greater than I even asked you for. I know I need that bill paid off, but I know you're going to pay off that bill and 5 others. Or I know I need that new car, but I was thinking about getting a used one, but now I smell the new car interior. I see that brand new sparkling car riding off the car lot. I was looking for that new home, and I was just looking for a little one, but you just gave me a 5-bedroom house and an in-ground pool to boot. And even a pool house. So these are the things that we need to talk to God about. I know, God, that I've been praying on becoming a parent, and it hasn't happened yet. But I know that I already have that child within me. And that child is so healthy, so smart, so strong. And not only are you going to bless me once, but you're going to bless me 3 times with 3 children, one right after the other. So when you're talking to God and that wait is a struggle, stand in and ask him for the strength, because what's coming on the other side of the wait is by far greater than the things that you've asked for. So the next time that you're either waiting online at the grocery store, or your flight's been delayed again, and that frustration is peeking in. Maybe you're going economy and your flight's been been delayed again, and they move you up to first class. It's been all worth the wait. So make the best of it. Here's a good example. The other day I was at Home Depot with my husband, and we were just buying some hardwood for the smoker. And I go to pay with my bank card, my debit card, and it says, didn't process properly, try it again. So now the woman says to me, you have to put the chip in 3 times and then swipe it. We did that 6 times. Now, when it finally processes it, it says declined, and I get a text message on my phone from the bank saying that there was a security problem with my card. I'm hysterical laughing, and I'm like, the woman's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this isn't working. It was out of our control. It was the way the computer was. I could have gotten real frustrated, as my husband did. He walked away. Or I could have just laughed it off, like, okay, it's going to go through no matter one way or another, right? And I just laughed it off, and the woman said, thank God you have such a great sense of humor. And I'm like, well, what's the point of me getting angry? What is the point? So the bank texted me. I said, yes, it is me trying to purchase this charcoal, this hardwood for the smoker. And all of a sudden it said, well, try it again. And bink, it went through. I could have told the lady, cursed the woman out. I could have left my cart that had the bags of the hardwood in them and the paper towels. Could have left it there, stomped off, and went on to another store. But what is that going to serve me? And how is that anyway the woman at the register's fault? It's nobody's fault. It's the way the computer was behaving that day. So do I condemn her? Do I get upset because here I'm waiting on this computer and get frustrated? No, I literally made a joke of it. I literally laughed it off. And because it was, after a while, humorous. And the people behind me were not getting frustrated because they were seeing the way I was behaving. So take the time to see the lighter side of it instead of reacting right away and getting angry, or being the man at the red light as soon as it turns green, 2 cars behind honking at me because I didn't put my foot on the gas fast enough for him. So my friends, when you're waiting on the Lord, wait on it as it's already been here, and when it's here, it's even greater than you asked. Instead of that used car, you're going to get the new car. Instead of the 1 bill paid off, 5 bills will be paid off, and you'll have extra to bless somebody else. You're waiting on that to be a mommy. Not only is God going to bless you with being a mommy, He's going to bless you with the most healthiest, beautifulest baby that you could imagine. But not only one, you may get 2 or 3 in another time, right? I'm not wishing triplets on you. I'm just saying that He will bless you with more than just 1 child, unless you choose not. But He will bless you with more than you could have ever imagined. So with that, take time to consider these things when you're standing online, when you're in traffic, when your flight's been delayed. Stand there on the line and say, it's okay that my flight's delayed because I'm not flying economy anymore. They're going to bump me up to first class. They did that for me this past summer when I came home from Italy. I kept saying to my husband and my friends, don't worry, they're going to bump me up to first class on my way home. Lo and behold, my husband and I sat in the first class seats on our way home from Italy because we were bumped up. So always look at the weight as being able to get the greater, the better, the bigger than what you were asking for. Until tomorrow, my friends, stay positive, stay in His strength, and don't give up. Don't let frustration, doubt, and grief take over. Stand in it, because you're going to get better than what you asked for. Until tomorrow, all, thanks for hanging out with me. Love you. Take care. Be blessed.